So I'm delighted to welcome you here today, Roberta Batchick, curator from Conflict Textiles, and poet Lorna Shaughnessy. And this is a great occasion today. We're here to mark the 1 year since the donation of this fantastic arpillera, which was in memory of the poet, educator, activist, intellectual Gabriela Mistral. And would you maybe just tell us a little bit about Gabriela Mistral?
Well, in a few words, she was an ordinary woman who did extraordinary things. She was very passionate about her life in the north of Chile and very sensitive to education and children and poverty. So she started to write poems and became like an ambassador in politics and everything. And we are just marking 80 years since she got the Nobel Prize for her poetry and was the first Latin American writer who got the Nobel Prize. So it's an occasion to dedicate to her, a very modest and humble woman who was born in the north of Chile. But what was also interesting that her name was not Gabriela Mistral. Her name came from her two favorite poets when she named her Gabriela in the name of Gabriel del Amicio and Frederic Mistral. So she put the two names together, and that's the name that she used for the rest of her life.
And I think now we're going to have Roberta and Lorna read a Gabriela Mistral poem.
And just to say that the poem we are going to read is the poem that inspired the arpillerista. And because she couldn't give an image to that, she embroidered the poem in English and in Spanish. So you have it here. And then all these little dolls that you have around are workshops where I have read the poem and people have made the dolls in different countries of the world, and we have included it there. Piececitos de niño, azulosos de frío, ¿cómo os ven y no os cubren, Dios mío? Piececitos heridos por los aguijados todos, ultrajados de nieves y lodos. El hombre ciego ignora que por donde pasáis una flor de luz viva dejáis, que allí donde ponéis la plantita sangrante, el nardo nace más fragante. Sed, pues, que marcháis por los caminos rectos, heroicos como sois perfectos, piececitos de niño, dos joyitas sufrientes, como pasan sin veros las gentes.
Little feet of children, blue with cold, how can they see you and not cover you, dear God? Little wounded feet, cut by every stone, hurt by snow and mire. Man, blind, doesn't know that where you pass, you leave a flower of living light. And where you set your little bleeding foot, the spikenard blooms more fragrant. Walking straight paths, be heroic, little feet, as you are, perfect. Little feet of children, two tiny suffering jewels, how can people pass and not see you?
And we're delighted to have this arpillera here on level 4, dedicated to Gabriela Mistral and created by Linda Adams, and it's on permanent display and available to view at any time on level 4.